So this is the original picture that we started with. I liked the beach scene and the colors that are kind of coming out in the sky and the water. But I did want to go for maybe a more like retro 70s themed beach scene. And so I am going to show my progress shots on this just because rendering takes a few seconds and I don't want that to delay anything. So I started with taking out some of the people using what we went through with the stamp tool and the content aware move tool, as well as the healing brush, but that one didn't help much. So initially I'm just going in here and kind of taking them out as best I can while keeping the same consistent wave quality. More of that. I did have trouble around back here just because it is already so blurry, and I did have to deal with a bit of pixelation, so that was one area that I did struggle with. Then we have the next one. I managed to get everyone off the sand, and it still looks pretty consistent. I wasn't sure whether to remove these birds, because they are just birds. It's not like any reflection, like what was going on over here, but they did kind of stand out, but I just decided against it. It looked like it would just be unnecessary. And then I started with color modification. So I brought both of these cursors down a bit. To be honest, I was going more off of what was like visually looked best because I wasn't sure which, what of all these levels was the R, G, or B. So it was just what felt good for me. This was a bit more intentional, even though it was just slight adjustments. I did want to bring out the purple and yellow for more like kind of out there retro theme, I guess. Vibrance, I did make it a bit more vibrant, but took the saturation down. It looked a lot better and brought out kind of the waves a bit more, in my opinion. And then I went with like this sheen cover, or pixelation cover filter, whatever you want to call it. And it did kind of help. You'll see later with any mess there was, where I wasn't exactly the cleanest with taking out the people. So that's that. And this is the initial picture again. And this is where there is without the filter. And then I realized, oh shoot, I did all this editing. But then if you add that, it's all, like you can definitely see where all the stuff has kind of been taken out. And that was kind of upsetting because I was thinking, oh gosh, I have to redo all that work again, because it was pretty meticulous. But then I did just add the same smart filters, and I'm glad I recorded it all over here, what I did. So it's, again, like you said, non-damaging filters and edits. So I did just put the same filters on. And you can see that it does help with not being able to see the edits I made, because right here you can kind of see like blurring around where the people used to be, so it's not too visible unless you're really paying attention. But then if you add the graininess to both, it just looks a lot more consistent. And I did take away this kind of circle thing right here. I think it's the sun. It just wasn't really doing anything for the composition, and it helped make the sky look a bit more fluid and gradiented. So I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I also did do some edits over here. I took the windows out in this just to make it look a bit more simple, which is kind of the overall feeling I was going for anyways with the scene. So yeah, I just really love the colors and everything.